Hey everyone, it's Lachlan Monroe, and if you have an IQ as low as mine, you will be watching the Death Curse Society.
Just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run late. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! Welcome to another Monday Maniacs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Red Crank. I got the Colonel. I got Zigzag. Oh,
Yes,
God.
sorry.
The fuck?
Great timing.
Well, I was, doing the fog effect for effect there, and it kind of grabbed me by the poo-poo at the end there.
It backfired on you?
Yeah.
Great.
Don't talk. It makes it crawl.
Okay.
What?
No breakfast
I have
club?
no idea. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Well, welcome, guys. Hey, let's see. Ziggy, how was your week? We'll start with you this week.
Dude, I heard about this stupid video game on Steam. And for you guys, I also did some research on this today. Apparently, it is on PS4, PS5, and Xbox. It's called Night at the Gates of Hell. It's all Fulci based. It looks terrible. It looks like somebody made this thing in 1995, the graphics, but the blood and the effects and the tone of it and the humor of it. Colonel, you've got to see this shit. You will die laughing. And the jump scares, let me tell you, this is the era of my gaming. This was like the height of my gaming or like the tail end of it. And so I can relate to a game like this. It's point of view. It's that wraparound shitty graphics that you had. But I mean, dude, they used all the gags from all the Fulci movies, the splinter in the eye, the puking guts. It's all there. Shooting in the head. It's fucking awesome. So I've been fucking tripping on this game for a few days now.
I'm intrigued.
No.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It looks terrible, but it's fucking great. These guys were listening to me play it last night, and I was getting jump scared at every 5 minutes, man. Like,
Oh, he was
oh
jumpy.
shit!
He was jumpy as all get out. I will say that much.
But
It was
it's brilliant. Just the
it
way
was entertaining.
it's the cheapest jump scares you've ever seen, but god damn it, are they effective?
It was me that first week or two of Friday.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Yeah, every corner was oh shit.
It's fabulous. I'm really having a ball with this dumb looking, poor, graphically made game, but it is so fun. It's just just ripped with Fulci. I mean, you're wringing it out. It's just so thick. The Beyond, everything's represented, and I've only seen like 4 levels so far. So, zombie, it's all in there, all of it.
Nice.
All
All of it.
How about you, Colonel? Did you find a new game to play this week, or
Yeah, believe it or not,
important to do?
I fucking found it on the PlayStation Network, one on the PS Store. It was free for the month, dude. Fucking Wolf Cop, the video game. It's the shit. No, I just fucking worked. What are you talking about?
What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
You really had to bring Wolf Cop up like immediately, didn't you?
For Bill. I did it for Bill.
It's the new,
and I delivered.
it's the new
So-
dead horse.
It's not
Oh.
even the dead horse yet. It's been 2 weeks.
Dude, look who's fucking talking, beating a dead horse.
Yeah, no shit. This is true.
I got to take my chances when someone else is getting out of line here.
Oh Lord. Well, if you guys know, Thanksgiving dropped on Netflix this week. Ah, there's the Sarge.
We're just way early.
What up, Sarge?
Hi.
Hi.
Is that a question or a statement?
Oh, speaking of Thanksgiving, what'd you think about Thanksgiving? We watched the trailer.
I don't want to watch it.
No, you don't want to watch it?
Hey, Sarge, did you say hi? Yes, I am.
Predator is good for me. I think Prey and Predator.
Yeah, I got introduced to the Predator franchises during the week, didn't we?
Yes.
That's is that better than Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think I kind of got scared on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, all right.
Even on called The Mummy.
That one scares you too?
Yeah, because like an insect got in somebody's stomach and it's trying to get out. And I was getting freaked out, so I said, Daddy, turn this off.
Well, all right. You got the people saying hey. There's Patricia saying hey, Sarge.
Hi, Sarge.
Lorena saying hi, Sarge. So
say hi to everybody. Brush your teeth and get to bed, okay?
Okay.
Yep. And then Patricia says, I love her Barbie shirt.
Oh, they like your Barbie pajamas.
There you go.
You.
All right, now go get to bed. Brush your teeth first, though.
Every time she comes on here, we get 10 subs. I love
it. I don't exploit my child at all.
He's the best.
Yeah, the crowd's all coming in here. Yes, and yeah, Bill Wolf Cop, damn it. Yeah. And here's a good one from our topic last week, I think, or 2 weeks. Hell, I can't remember now. Whole damn enchilada pod says, I took my daughter to see Lisa Frankenstein, and I'm so glad we did. We both loved it. Glad I passed out before the spoilers last week.
Well, that's good.
There you go.
Glad you guys enjoyed it. And glad you didn't listen to the internet community that said it fucking sucked. Because in fact, it did.
We were entertained. And currently sitting at number 1 on Zeg's 2024 list. Lisa Frankenstein. And I've got 2.
Same here.
It may be at my top spot too, but I've got a few more.
You probably got a couple more, but there's this bunch of shit on Shudder though we'll be watching soon enough, so that'll help pad it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, let's get the business out of the way first, and then we'll jump right into our topic. But yes, let's see what's going on here.
Oh, I do have
what?
Real quick. We were at Atlanta Days of the Dead. I'm looking down at our ad here for Chicago.
Oh, yes.
And, we ran into some guys there, and they have like a podcast network, but one of the deals on there was 1950 Studios, and they make shirts trying to get their thing off the ground. So, I mean, some pretty cool stuff, man. Just all the Jason masks.
Yeah, I've seen one similar to that.
Right. I've seen worse ones in this. This one was actually pretty cool with the blood, and they used the real logo. So I was like, all right. He didn't have my fucking size. So I was like, all right. He was like, dude, I'll print you one, and I'll send it, and then ship it for free. And I just went, all right. Because I was kind of like, because he was going, hey, I got your Scream shirt. And I was like, you don't have my Scream shirt. He's like, yeah, you wanted the Scream shirt. I went, dude, I hate Scream. I'm not the Scream guy, man. I like the first movie only, so, and 2 a little bit. But they did a great job. They got it done. We just did it on a handshake, cash transaction. Dude came through. It's safe. So 1950 Studio, thanks, brothers, and best of luck on the podcast game.
Yeah, check them out on Instagram and Facebook, I think.
Yeah, they're
probably a couple other places.
It's some interesting ideas. Like they're looking to get like old movies and sitcoms and stuff and stream it on their networks, like I Love Lucy and stuff like that. Nobody's doing that, so maybe he's onto something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
But cool guys, anyway. Cool guys. The business now. Yes.
Okay, now I can get to the business.
Now you can get to the business since I settled my business.
Oh, hold on. All right. Yep. There we go. It says missed the Lisa Frankenstein coverage last week. Saw it last night, so I'm going to go back and watch and see what you guys said about it. There you go.
We were actually pretty friendly to it.
It was awful.
We'll compare notes. We'll compare notes later.
So, one last thing before we get into business.
Okay.
All right. If you guys saw me doing this, making faces, tell me why the sergeant decided to take a piss with the door wide open. So I was like,
We didn't hear nothing, but you know,
obviously because I muted it.
Well, yeah, you muted. I saw you mute something, and then
and
oh,
you
boy.
see me laughing. It was because Crank jumped on a rocket ship again. It was all.
Well, there you go. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
We got all kinds of madness going on here. What the fuck?
See, if we had that on the show, we might get even more subs, but not from the audience that we really want.
No.
Yeah,
I might have to murder a few people. I've been doing this
I'm saying?
from the
Yeah.
penitentiary.
I mean, that is a lot of ass kickings to hand out. You know, a lot.
But we don't have that on the show,
No.
so we're good.
Yes.
But what we do have on the show is we have to thank our members, of course. Got to give thanks to our members, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, BD Mags, and Tyrone, our Crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors. Oh, what is this?
Ooh.
42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, Jimmy, and Rachel Ogletree, who signed up today. Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you, guys. Yes.
Welcome. God damn it. Welcome. Back.
Welcome to the Society Ogletrees. We appreciate it. If you would like to become a member and support the DCS, visit our website at deathcursesociety.com and check out the membership page. Check out all the pages. The pages are cool. It's a cool website, guys. There's all kinds of stuff on there.
It's pretty fucking good.
It don't look like anybody else's. That's
Yeah.
for fucking sure, man.
And it's got way more information than a lot of them do.
Yeah, and it's often imitated but never duplicated.
Oh boy. You're gonna start that
Nope.
thing, aren't you? You like to just twist just a little bit, don't you?
Just
Just
a little bit.
a little poke.
Let's get him going.
I'm the fucking bear, and you're the one that's poking.
That's right. Giving credit where credit's due.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Become a member at the website. Check it out. And, of course, also thanks to our associate producer, C. Faze. Come on in, man. What's going on?
Not too much.
Yeah.
You checked out that game, Night at the Gates of Hell, or whatever it's called?
I haven't checked it out. I just looked up some video of it. It looks good. I like the graphical, there are some games that do that, like PlayStation 1 sort of, they try to imitate that style of graphics and bring it into a modern, they build it in Unity and, it looks cool. And that the Fulci inspiration looks solid. So I'm definitely going to be checking it out.
I can't wait to see where they're going with this shit. I mean, I was so happy when I got on a boat and we took off and we fought the zombie shark. The zombie shark.
Wait, the zombie shark?
You wonder what happened to the shark in Zombie? That motherfucker became a zombie shark, and he attacked you in this game.
And you're going to shit on Wolf Cop.
Dude. Don't you dare.
He's got a point.
No, you don't say Fulci and Wolf Cop in the same breath ever. Yep, the cops are coming for you, fucking Colonel.
God, that was such a controversial comment. The cops are coming. God damn.
How dare you compare Wolf Cop to a zombie shark in a video game? The audacity.
But Colonel,
in a 64-bit graphic video game at that.
You know what's gonna? I don't even think it's that, dude.
It's probably 16-bit.
Yeah,
it would technically be 64. I mean, it's not, but it's an imitation of 64-bit.
It's it's choppy, man, at best. But the shark attack that leads to the fight, dude, you'll approve. It'll be 4 thumbs up, dude. I mean, because it's fucking horribly violent and bloody.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
it's great.
Are you going to check that out, Faze?
Yeah, I'll check it.
Well, that's great. I don't care anymore.
You slipped it in.
We got to move on, man.
Yeah.
But he was able to finish.
He finished.
He did, actually. Damn it. He's getting good.
So I'm saying you're going to be have to come back with anything to add and then zap him,
He's limiting those responses to 2 words now where I can't get anything in,
You're an interviewer. Come up with something where he has to put some sentences together, and then, we got him. All right.
Folks, tonight, because Thanksgiving dropped on Netflix this last weekend, just on Saturday, we decided to go back. We talked about it a little bit when we did our review of Thanksgiving a few months back, but we didn't actually do an official ranking. But we're going to do an official top 5 of Eli Roth's films. I don't know why I like that graphic so much, but I do. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to use it for very long because then we're going to have to move some stuff around and cover it up. But I like that graphic.
He's a cool cat.
It looks nice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that he has officially 9 features. So this is pretty much a ranking of everything. Now, one of them is a documentary.
Like
and we are just doing the films that he has directed. We're not doing like Eli Roth Presents, none of the movies he's been a star in, none of the series, although we probably will talk about History of Horror a little bit after the rankings.
It deserves it because it is awesome, but it's not a fucking movie.
But it's not a fucking movie.
It's not.
So,
it's a TV.
And this is top 5 Eli Roth films. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Ziggy, you started first last time, right?
I sure did.
That means I'm the thunder stealing prick of the day.
Yeah.
Well, goddamn, because there's only 8 slots, but 9 fucking movies, man.
Yeah, this one
a lot of repeats.
This one's pretty much. This is probably one of the closer lists that we've ever had almost simpatico on, and it's not completely the same, but you'll see what I mean here. Is this the right one? We'll find out. Yep. All right.
Like
I'm gonna,
dude. If anybody's been paying attention, we're kind of painted into a corner with this one already.
No, I still stand by what I said during the review. I think both of you said the same thing, but I can't remember right now.
I remember my definitive reason why I did it because it was that or Hell House.
Okay.
I had a good reason.
All right. But yeah, go ahead and send your list into the comments and we'll get back to those here in a little bit. I'm not at that section of the site right now, so I can't tell. But let's move on. Number 5 for me, one of the few sequels, I guess, on this list because he's only done 1 sequel. What? What's wrong? What are you shifting?
The Colonel was helping him center his 5.
Oh.
He did a 5 over here, then he did a 5 over
here, and I'm like, wait a minute, which there it is.
Look for the glowing dot on your laptop.
I don't have a glowing dot. I got 2 blue.
I got like 2.
I can do the 2 blue ones.
Yeah.
There you go. 5. Number 5. Hostel Part 2. I watched several of these again over the weekend because this came up as our topic. And this one's not bad. He tries to keep it, as closely grounded in that old 80s and 90s, but turning up the gore quite a bit. This one, the gore is cranked to an extreme. I know a lot of people don't like the, I guess they call what they call torture porn. And I understand.
This set it off.
Yeah, these movies set it off, and that and Saw, seems like. But number 5 for me, Part 2 of Hostel. Number 4, this movie gets a lot of hate for some reason, and part of it I understand, but it's not as bad as I think a lot of people think it is. It's Knock Knock. Interesting premise. Very. Here's what I'll say about Eli Roth's career. You can see his growth. Like some of his movies, very sophomoric in nature, especially his early works and this one,
Just say it. He shit the bed on the ending, man.
The ending, yeah. A lot of people give Keanu Reeves a hard time because he's not an actor for some reason to them, but he's fine. He's fine. If you haven't seen this one, it's worth a watch.
I don't see. I don't know, man. Anybody in his situation, I think this movie pretty much plays out the same. And then just about anybody, add any guy in there, and it's probably, unfortunately, just crazy.
There's only a few situations I could think of where this would change,
Yeah.
and there's not many.
No.
But I digress. It's not as bad as everyone thinks, or as everyone says it is. Much like Lisa Frankenstein wasn't as bad as everyone said it was. But moving on to number 3, one that Hostel. Yeah. Dude, this is actually a really fucking good movie. It's a really fucking good movie if you can get over the gore factor of it. And the gore factor in this one isn't all that bad. There's just, if you're a foot guy, you're out of it, you know, or a digit person, you know.
It's already.
Yeah, see? Yeah. There are some uncomfortable scenes, but there are uncomfortable scenes in tons of horror films. And we move on.
Yeah. Point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there we go. Number 3, Hostel. Number 2 for me. Dude, this is a great fucking horror movie, but it's still number 2 for me. Cabin Fever. This is one of those movies that, although it was kind of modern for when it was released, it captured that 80s slasher feel. Even though it's not really a slasher, it captured that 80 horror movies feel. You know, you got elements of the Evil Dead in there. I love the one homage to Texas Chainsaw, where he just slows down on the girl walking towards the house. It's just so funny, and it's so obvious what he's doing, but you can't miss it. And I just love those moments. Acting's quality in this, you know, it had all the elements of those 80s movies that we grew up on and loved, and it was packaged well.
Do you think that this was set out to be a comedy in any way, though? When they first were putting this together? Because it's a horror comedy. And I'm just like,
I don't see that. No.
Yeah, I don't see it. I see it as a horror movie with comedic elements, but not a horror comedy.
Some of the situations are over the top and it makes it a little funny. I get that, you know, but I mean, some of the depictions of it, I'm like, have you watched the movie?
Well, I mean, the whole interaction with the store owner, of course, has a great comedic callback.
Sure.
But that we're not going to go into here. But
I mean, Lisa Frankenstein, that's definitely a dark comedy.
That's definitely a horror comedy.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This, not so much.
No. Yeah, I don't see any on his list at all that would be considered really horror comedies, but just because they have one or two goofy aspects to it does not necessarily make it a comedy. There has to be more.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So now, did he intend for the humor to be there? Of course he did.
Oh yeah. Well, we know this now. I mean, this was his first feature, and
right.
We've seen what he does now, especially with the last one. So.
Yes. Honorable mentions. Of course, this one had to get in there. Fuck it. Just Green Inferno. You've seen it, or maybe you haven't. Or if you've seen Cannibal Holocaust, maybe you haven't. You know, one of those. Whatever. Next honorable mention for me, Death Wish. Again, not as good as the original, but I can't say what I'm going to say. I'm contractually obligated not to say what is going through my head right now because it's not my statement to say. And third honorable mention, The House with a Clock in Its Walls. This was based on a book I remember reading when I was a kid. And I really didn't like the movie the first time I watched it. But upon further viewings, it kind of grew on me.
You just got to kind of take a step past that giant Jack Black personality that's in every movie he does, and then it's okay then.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't cast him.
I understand. I totally understand that, but it doesn't make that a.
This probably would be the closest one to a horror comedy that he's got.
Mm.
And that's probably the only reason because of that is Jack Black and it's starter horror.
It's unintentionally almost horror. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Right.
But yeah.
But the book was one of those early teen novels that was fun. That was good. I got a bunch from that author. I can't think of his name right now, but I remember having a stack of his books on my bookcase. And number one, we just watched it a couple months ago. Surprised the hell out of me how good it really was. And it's a pure, authentic slasher for a new time. And it's Thanksgiving. And I said it at the time. I thought this was probably his best work. When we reviewed it back in, I guess, November, maybe October, whenever it came out. But I think it stands up as his best work still. And yeah, that's my top 5, top 8, whatever you want to call it for Eli Roth. So, woo!
Nice list there, Crank. Nice list.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's see.
You want to buy some time? Just buying some time, looking at your amazing list again. Let's see.
Isn't that a good list? Yeah.
It is a great fucking list, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. There we go. Now
I got to zoom my screen in a little bit. I was kind of like squinting it out going, fuck. And then I could say, oh, yeah, there's the truck. I see it. And it's above a certain one I was looking for. So, yes.
All right. Let's see here.
You almost got Bill going. Dope.
Okay. Yep.
Let me see here. Yeah, Bill's got a list. He says 1 through 5. Wolf Cop. Nope.
Goddamn right, Bill.
Does not count.
Kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney.
BD says torture porn is too much. Can't stomach anymore. I get that.
It's got to be the right. I got to kind of be in a mood for that.
Well, that, and if it feeds the story, cool. If it's just done out of like, oh, we're gonna gross you out every 5 minutes, like I'll be honest, what the Saw movies turned into in the middle of that series bothered me. I like where they're going with the new ones, though.
I think that's why I was so impressed with Saw X, was because it was absolutely, there was a point to it. There was a reason to do it, and you wanted to see those assholes get it at that point.
But it's still absurd at the end of the day when you really think about it. I'm sorry. I cannot get on the Saw X train. I can't. Really? It was better than half of the movies in the Saw franchise. Yes.
Because you finally got to take a look at John Kramer, you know, who he was. I just loved how the fact they laid out, he had this fucking pipeline going from the first fucking movie. All that shit.
Hold on. This has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about, but I have to point it out because it's funny. BK says, Ziggy drinking from a KFC cup. Dude hasn't had a piece of chicken in 50 years, but I bet he ate a family-sized mashed potatoes and gravy. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. We had like homemade meatballs, gravy, mashed potatoes, cauliflower, stuff like that. My son won't touch that, so I went and got him KFC, knowing I'm going to be here tonight. I brought myself a pop. Is that okay? Is that fair?
Let me guess. Mountain Dew?
Of course.
And FaZe even threw in, unless they started serving pizza at KFC.
There's a couple of those hybrids. It's like KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut all in the same. You could get any one you want.
That would be a mix.
It's all the same.
I don't even want to know what. I love food, but I don't know what the combination of those three would be like.
There was like a South Park episode about that.
Ask PepsiCo, man. That's the only reason why they exist. So they can serve Pepsi in all the restaurants.
There we go. Grizzly says, so many think Keanu plays about the same guy. Yeah, and
he kind of does, but I mean,
kind of does.
He does it well, though. He
like
found
it.
his niche, and he fucking sticks with it.
I mean, come on. You remember Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, and then he was in The Parenthood, and he was still Theodore Logan, and kind of the same, like, oh, wow, dude. And then,
Dude, he was the same in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Just with them trying to do a fucking English accent.
Oh, the English accent, and then the fucking Southern accent that comes and goes in Devil's Advocate the whole time. Yes, he's not the best fucking guy, but I don't know. There's a likable quality about Keanu Reeves. I love The Matrix, so he gets a pass for some reason, like Quaid does.
All right. Oh, there we go. Peter Anthony Productions is in here. He says, "What's up, gents? Surgery's on Thursday. If I die, I'm leaving Ziggy my PS5."
You ain't gonna die, you fucking asshole. You'll be fine. You'll have time to write. You'll probably come out of there with 2 more scripts after you're done with that shit. So
I want to say to Peter is good luck on your surgery. Do not give Zag your PS5. Please give it to Crank so we can play Texas Chainsaw on the PS5 edition.
Okay.
Getting a PS4 edition, there is a difference.
Give it to this guy.
Best of luck, dude. You got a big ass movie coming, so you got to get that shit going. Don't rush it either, so you set yourself back further.
Right. We are going to have Peter on next month. So
Next month.
we got to
talk about Laugh.
picked out for him. Talk about Laugh and the Indiegogo campaign. So
the big movie, man.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Shit. Like I said, I saw it like the teaser trailer, man, and I was like, okay, this looks like something that would definitely get on the video nasty list in England. They'd be like, "Oh no, you ain't get out of here with that. What's the matter with you?" You know, like what was the studio that threw out House of a Thousand Corpses? They were like, "No, just get out."
Right.
The same thing. It gave me that kind of vibe. But I'm intrigued as hell to see what he does with it, because it looks like it's going to be over the top, fucking violent, and that's why the fuck not, man. That's what we like. Let's just be entertained with fucking violence. Plenty of violence.
But anyway, Peter, get well soon, and we will see you in a few weeks, man. Let's get to our next list here, I think. Colonel, that would be you.
Me. I was fucking pumped. Now I'm buying time, so I got to pull up my list. Here we go.
You remember what happened fucking the last time we were down here, man.
What, just the greatest event that happened of all time? Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
That's right. It felt amazing.
Felt amazing.
Hold on. The right side. You guys are sick. You guys are sick.
Speaking of sick, let's knock off this list, because this. Doing this list, I kind of found out that while there's only 9 to choose from, there's only about 3 or 4 that I actually really fucking like. So kicking it right off with number 5 is Knock Knock.
Not a
Overall, it's watchable. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's one of those movies where I was like, yeah, it's worth one viewing, in my opinion. Sad thing is, a highlight for me is just Keanu Reeves hanging out in his house, rocking out the fucking Kiss. I was like, fuck yeah. And then, yeah, the rest of it, it's Knock Knock. I've seen fucking worse, okay? The Resort. You know, there's way fucking worse movies out there. And that's
Halloween Ends.
Knock Knock.
Night Swim.
Night Swim. The Fog remake.
Oh, God, that's been coming up so much in the last fucking 6 weeks of my life, and I don't know why, dude. Like, I can't get away from it.
The universe's way of telling you watch it again, give it another chance. Again,
no.
No,
it was banned that time. It was banned. Banned it, and I will never go back.
You jinxed yourself, man.
You did. Speaking of jinxing yourself, this has nothing to do with being jinxed, or does it? Coming in at number 4, we have Hostel. You know, I'm not a super hater for torture porn just because I like gore. And if I get good gore, I'm fucking happy. You know, does it necessarily have to make sense? No, it doesn't. In this one, it does. Again, my Achilles heel is still fucking killing me right now. Thank you, Crank.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest. Like, I dug this movie when it first came out. It was a little bit too heavy in the first half. I felt like kind of like I was watching a fucking porno, to be honest. But once shit hits the fan, that movie gets really fucking good. The second half of the movie is fucking great. I could do without the first half. So yeah, there's Hostel. There's some love for Hostel. Coming in at number 3, movie gets a lot of hate, but I actually fucking really like it. And she left so I could steal her line. The Green Inferno. Cannibal Holocaust without the animal cruelty, because that's exactly what this movie fucking is. It is a love letter to Cannibal Holocaust. Yes, we have all seen this before. But I still enjoyed it, because I enjoyed Cannibal Holocaust, and I enjoyed the gore. There's a theme with Eli Roth. He is a kindred spirit of mine, because we like fucking gore. Blood and guts, give it to me. Green Inferno did its fucking job with that. Coming in at number 2, which was dethroned late last year, Cabin Fever. Absolutely love Cabin Fever still to this day.
Mhm.
I mean, come on. Obviously, there's plenty of fucking blood. Fucking Mongo the dog. Oh, Mongo, man. You know, Eli Roth plays that fucking character. I mean, it has half of the main cast of Detroit Rock City in it, which is fucking awesome.
Yep.
I love that fucking movie. Haven't seen it in years. Way off topic. And look, you can tell it's his first feature film. Like Crank said, there's really not much more to add to it. It's feels very not amateurish, but not quite there yet. It's a love letter to horror films, and come on, who doesn't like a slow motion scene of a kid with a mullet doing karate? Out of fucking nowhere. Like,
That
I
means
understand
nothing.
explains. That's why you don't sit next to Dennis. But I didn't expect this motherfucker to have a black belt, okay? So it's fucking phenomenal. That's all. Patricia, you have to see this movie. Please, Patricia, you have to see this movie. I think you'll fucking like it. Here we go, my honorable mentions. I can give 2 shits and a fuck about any of these movies, so I'm going to blow through them. Death Wish. House with a Clock in its Walls.
Literally just a title.
Yeah. And
Next
Hospital
title.
I was obligated to have an honorable mentions, hence that's why they're there. But let's get to number 1, because that's why you're all here. Fucking Thanksgiving. Hands down the best slasher we've gotten in fucking years. Very entertaining. Good on the fucking gore, which I feel like we've been missing from slashers in recent years. Take out Terrifier. Man, we've been missing a lot of gore in these slasher films, especially to this level. I'm kind of glad it came out this week on Netflix, because you're starting to see a lot of buzz about Thanksgiving again.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
that's why I'm going to get my soapbox here for a little bit. I'm glad everybody's enjoying this fucking movie. I'm glad you got a chance, if you missed it in theaters, to watch it on Netflix. But by all means, please go to the theater to see these movies if you can. Understand the economy, inflation. You're not going to be able to see all of them. I'll be honest, I wouldn't see as many as I do if I wasn't doing this podcast. But if it's good horror, go out and support it. And guess what? Go out and blow out. If you can't go to the theater, buy a fucking Blu-ray. Buy a physical copy. Because one of these days, Netflix is going to take that fucker off and you won't be able to watch it again. But when my shit comes in the mail from Amazon, I got it fucking forever. Or until they stop making Blu-ray players.
Yeah, right. I got a couple of VHS over there, man.
Yeah,
They ain't getting watched.
Support physical media. Don't rely so much on these streaming services, because we're going to lose a lot of great art for stupid fucking reasons. I mean, look at Dawn of the Dead. You can barely get a fucking copy of that damn movie.
Right.
I'm glad I've got 3.
Dude,
You know why I have 3? Because I bought the fucking thing.
it's funny. I have like 4 or 5 vinyls of that, but I have like that director's set that they put out that one time, for the Dawn of the Dead. I'll never let that thing go, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know streaming's so fucking simple and convenient. I stream a lot of fucking movies. But at the same time, I buy a lot too. Again, physical media, they can't take it away from you. And just support horror and chalk up a little bit of fucking money so we get more great movies like this made. And I'll step down off my soapbox, and there you go. There's my top 5 Eli Roth films.
And I'll top that clapping off with a nice list, Colonel.
Thank you.
I'm a fan of physical media as well. I don't necessarily buy as much of it as I used to. I will admit, but it did come in handy this last week, because after we talked about Pump Up the Volume last week, I had to pull my DVD out and watch that the other night. So
Yeah, weren't you like just insomnia?
Yeah, that was that night. I could not sleep, so I watched that, and I think Hostel 1 and 2, and something else, like all night. I mean, FaZe and I gamed until like 2 or 2:30, and then just couldn't drop. So was up all fucking night. But yeah, good list there, Colonel.
Thank you.
Very, very similar to yeah.
It's going to be hard to have too many differences.
It's almost
Exactly.
like it
is.
has 8 or 9 films.
It is. All right. Well, Ziggy, are you prepared? I mean, we may be done quick tonight.
I got my list here.
All right. Oh, shit. Let me check the comments. I didn't even look over there for a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me bring Colonel back then. Hey,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Still your turn.
let me tell you. Halloween, son. That's all that matters.
TCM.
Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, all right. Stop it. Whole damn Enchilada Pod says it's probably because of me, Zig. Every time something sucks, I ask, do you hate it as bad as Ziggy hates the Fog remake?
God, dude, it just won't go away, man. And I'm just so angry that they would, even the filmmaker, the writers, why?
Dude,
Why?
it's been almost 20 years. Just let it go.
Just let it go, man.
Because some of these people now are going to love that movie because they've never seen the original. But they've seen the 2005 remake when they were little.
They're all trolls to me. I can't even look at them seriously. Anybody that says that that remake is better than the original, I just gotta turn my back and walk away.
Oh yeah, you have to. Tarek says I read the Achilles heel scene in Hostel only happened because Eli or someone producing it had that heel prop from another movie and it never got used.
Well, it's an effective fucking scene. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oof, again, now my other one's starting to hurt.
Oh, there we go. Christopher says Dawn of the Dead 4K was my grail and just pulled the trigger.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, glad you got it, man.
Is that a foreign release or something? Or
Yeah, if there's more, put a link in the comments for us. we might all go shopping.
I'll fucking buy one, man.
How much, and include a price? How much was that? I'm curious.
It's the one I'm thinking of. I know the movie you can watch because it's regional free. There's no regional whatever on it.
Yeah.
I think like all the special edition stuff, like the extras, is like Region B or whatever, so you won't be able to watch it. But you'll fucking have it, and that's the important part.
Yeah, the City of the Living Dead's the same way. All the movies work, but all the extras work except for the one disc. There's one on there, and it's like only Italian. It's like fuck, and it won't play anywhere else, or whatever that region is. B or
You can get a region-free player.
yeah, and it's okay. I'll live without seeing that little bit of stuff. Plus it's not subtitled as far as I know. I mean, I guess my TV will pick it up, and translate it, but we'll see. It is a beautiful set, though. I mean, it is, man. That is my favorite. Was always Day of the Dead. That was the best one. I thought the transfer, then when they finally touched it up and everything, because you could finally see into the caves and all that. But they are just killing it now with all the restorations of these classic horror movies. I love it. I can't, we're getting Trick or Treat finally. I just waiting for that. Just waiting for it.
There we go. He says, yes, it's an import from Second Sight. $65, which isn't that bad, really.
No.
But you get 3 versions. Blu-ray special features is region B, but the 4K is region free. So there you go.
There you go.
Cool.
Makes it worth the $65, man. You can still watch it.
I have those 3 versions on that director's set too, but I mean, still, it's not. I would like to have
It's
a
not
4K.
Blu-ray.
Yeah,
it's not 4K.
Not 4K. Certainly not.
All right, Ziggy.
Oh,
Let's get it.
Oh yeah.
Give us your list.
It's very similar to these guys.
Oh yeah, keep saying there's only 9 films to choose from, and we're listing 8.
I heard the comment again.
So, take off. We have
What is
take
that?
off.
Flipped off.
What is that?
I don't know, dude. It's controlled now. It's not as bad as it was that one time, but it's like you can hear it.
I think I heard it then when I was talking too, but
Oh.
for like only the second time or something.
Okay.
Maybe it's Maybe it's the ghost because FaZe reminded me of this the other day. Maybe it's remember the orbs that
The
used to show up
orbs,
all the time?
dude. Yeah, man.
But I don't shoot in that room anymore. So
Now he's just walking by, he's fucking crop dusting you, fucking ghost farts. That's what's getting
ghost farts right next to me. Yeah,
That's what it is.
that might be it.
Son of a bitch. All right. Eli Roth, man. Number 5. I changed it up a little bit here. I put the house with a clock in its walls at 5. I don't hate Jack Black. I'm a huge Tenacious D fan. This is not.
I don't hate Jack Black.
But I understand why he does everything over the top. Every role is kind of over the top that way. He's the same in every one, you know.
I loved him in High Fidelity.
Yeah.
And that was about it.
Dude, he was the shit in Airborne. He really talked. I like Jack Black though, so
I like
shit on him.
dude. Even the Gulliver's Travels cracks me up. There's a lot of shit in there that's funny. But I mean, anyway, if you can take a step past that and just go with the story of this movie, they did a pretty fucking good job of making this thing. So, number 5. It's 5. It's fucking 5.
Number 5.
All right, number 4. Yeah, we've just been over and over it. Keanu Reeves and Knock Knock. They had me the first act and a half, but that ending sucks. I mean, it's really bad. It's just it's so unsatisfying. But
before we move on, Ziggy, if those two showed up at your door, would you be dead right now?
I'd be in my backyard, buried up to my fucking neck.
How about you, Colonel?
I don't know if I'd be dead because I wouldn't be. They cut most of my backyard's concrete, as you gentlemen know. So where are they going to fucking bury me? Out front? Someone to come dig me out.
Maybe in your basement.
Yeah, the fucking stash room. Yeah, I'd probably be dead. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, dude,
I should lie and say I'm a good Christian man.
You saw how they did that?
I'd be dead.
Yeah, he laid it out pretty fucking good.
I'd be dead.
Yeah,
I'd be happy. I'd be happy dead.
Because at the end of the day, man, we're simple fucking creatures. We would all fall for this. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's not bullshit. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
dude.
fucking dumb. It wouldn't take much.
No.
I don't want to disrespect anybody by saying I'd do otherwise because, come on, man. If you watch the fucking movie, come on. Number 3. We've been down here. Hostel, man. It's got the gore. I love gore. It's got a pretty interesting story about, I've fucking been to Amsterdam in the Netherlands and I tried to stay at a hostel and was denied because it was full. Kind of the same shit. They couldn't get back in.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so when I was watching this movie, I was having fucking panic attacks and shit like, oh my God, man, there's all kinds of people coming up to us and going, I got a place you can stay. So, I mean, I could relate to this shit, but I dug the fuck out of it. And any movie that makes you, when you see somebody getting mutilated in their ankle or their tendon or whatever, it makes you grab that shit, that's good. So, and they did it with this all over the place. So, Hostel, man, number 3 here. Number 2, I'm right with you guys. Fucking the first movie he did, Cabin Fever. Again, the shaving scene. This is what Evil Dead should have done. Rise with the cheese grater. Yes. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Am I wrong? Okay. A missed opportunity with Evil Dead Rise. I'll stand by that. But Cabin Fever, it's so gross. I mean, it's like this is one of those ones where you kind of stop. You breathe through your mouth because you don't want to smell the grossness of this fucking movie.
But the effects look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to catch that shit. You know what I mean? Right. You don't want to breathe it in. So it works. A very, very effective movie and probably would have been number 1 up until late last year. My honorable mentions, Hostel 2. A dick gets cut off. I mean... Dude, Death Wish. Yeah, man. You can't touch the original, but there's something about the charming Bruce Willis in this role. I liked it. And I liked the violence in this movie, but pales to Charles Bronson and, his deal over there. I mean, come on. So,
well, and it meant something in the 70s when Death Wish was made.
Right.
Now in 2018, it was just kind of like, doesn't really have the same grit to it.
Didn't have the oomph.
Yeah, the oomph.
And then, yeah, this one, I guess this could have been 5, and the house with the clock in its walls could have been here, but the Green Inferno is my last honorable mention because, frankly, Cannibal Holocaust, although this is a love letter to it, Cannibal Holocaust has the grit and that realism, and they had the animal cruelty. I'm not even fuck all that. I'm just saying the rest of it is fucking like they put the guy on trial for murder until he produced this fucking actors. That's cool. That's why I love the original. But yes, it's a wonderful tribute to Cannibal Holocaust. And if you look at it that way, the Green Inferno is worth your time. And it's worth my time as an honorable mention. Which brings us to number 1. Finn.
I can't believe it.
Finn? Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Thanksgiving, of course. Yes, man. I said this. I was on record saying this is his best movie to date by far. The tone of it. It's a slasher with gore, with a pretty good story, but a fucking tongue-in-cheek the entire time that is perfect. And he had all those years to craft this thing, and it was worth the fucking wait. Thanks fucking Giving is a slasher. Modern times that fucking works finally.
All right. Well, there you go. Good list there, Ziggy. This, I know it's not the first time, but it's definitely only a handful of times where we've ever agreed, like, all across the board on a 1. And we agree on 1, 2, and 3. It's 4 through 8 that are jumbled up in our list, I believe.
I said when we put Thanksgiving on top of the 2023 list, I did on mine. I think you guys did too, if I'm right.
Oh no, Colonel's 3 was a little bit different. Colonel's 3 was different, but 1 and 2 we agreed, I guess. So
because those are obvious 1 and 2. Like I'll be honest, like
it is.
That's all beyond, like, for real. It's all there is. 1 and 2.
Well, you'd be surprised, man. I don't have that ready, but let me. Oh, wrong button. We did the poll again on YouTube.
Wait. Let's gamble here. What do you think, Colonel? What's going to come out on top?
You already know. No, you already know.
I know, but I want to see if Colonel knows.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's probably going to be fucking Thanksgiving or Hostel.
Give them the choices.
It's between Thanksgiving, Hostel, Cabin Fever, or the Green Inferno. What was the number 1 pick of our fans on YouTube or our followers on YouTube?
Seems obvious, but I'm going to go with Thanksgiving because I don't see how any other ones can top that. Especially just because, we live in a world where everything's great right now. No one looks in the past. Oh, this is, people are stuck in what's going on in the time. So,
if you would have said that 3 days ago or 2 days ago, whenever the poll first started, you would have probably been right, or at least tied for right.
But
let me see. Let me get rid of that. Thanksgiving and Hostel tied for second, far behind the Green Inferno.
Incredible.
Yeah, I think these are just fucking troll votes.
You think?
No. Again, product of the time, though. How many people that voted for Green Inferno? And I enjoy Green Inferno. I don't shit on it. I enjoyed the fucking movie. But how many people voted for Green Inferno haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust?
Well, yeah.
It changes my fucking standing on it, for sure.
But that surprised the shit out of me. Because it started with Thanksgiving and Hostel being neck and neck, just moving up. They were both at around 40%. And then just in the last 24 hours, 36 hours, here comes the Green Inferno just rocking past them. So
that's someone going, you know what would be funny?
If we all go in and vote for the Green Inferno. Yeah, no one, I don't think anyone pays that much attention to our shit.
Did you see that?
Did you see that? But yeah, that shocked the hell out of me on this. So
pretty shocking.
Yeah.
It's a pretty gross movie too, man.
Oh, actually, let's go to this one. And then we'll bring... I'll just bring this up. But yeah, I want to look at all of our lists there. Yeah, Thanksgiving across the board, Cabin Fever across the board, Cabin Fever. Hostel and Green Inferno locked at number 3. I gotta
Number
have one.
fives are all
There we go.
different.
Do what?
Our number fives are all different.
Yeah, the number 5s are all different. So that's as close to agreement right there, folks, that you will ever see on this show.
Fuck.
I can pretty much say. Let us know if we're wrong in the comments. Give us your top 5. Let's see if we have any. I don't think anyone's dropped one yet. There's
John Carver. He's no Art the Clown, but
oh god,
I like him.
Yeah. I did want to hit this. Grizzly said Jack Black in The Jackal. Yes,
Ah.
that's a good role. But he doesn't last very long, which is probably why I think it's a good role. Tarek says Hostel changed the paradigm of torture horror. I don't like it, but Jesus, it was effective.
Did you grab your ankle when that shit started getting cut?
I cringe. Yeah,
I definitely
kind of
cringe.
ball up. Absolutely. That's why he's good. He likes to get up on that shit too, man.
Bill says we need to watch Laid to Rest, and then I guess Laid to Rest Part 2. Somebody else mentioned these recently. I can't remember who it was. If you want gore, this has it. And he says it's on Tubi.
Wait a minute. You just had me watching some other fucking movie, and I was not impressed. I was like, Bill's fucking trolling me.
Was it Wolf Cop?
No, it wasn't Wolf Cop.
No, it wasn't Wolf Cop. The Wolf Cop was fucking amazing.
Is the one with the Daniel Harris was in the sequel.
Hatchet?
No.
Not Redwood Massacre.
Something like that. Yeah, Redwood Massacre.
Redwood Massacre.
Yeah, I wasn't too.
They made a sequel to that?
Yeah.
And Danielle Harris is in the sequel.
He's in it.
Ugh.
It's very strange, but it's all right.
That's still not enough to make me watch it, guys. So
Paycheck. Yeah.
Kiara says Haunt and Hostel Part 1 and 2 are on my list. But we weren't counting Haunt because that's just one of his presenting movies or producing movies. We were just going by the films he directed. Thanksgiving is on Netflix, so we can finally watch it sometimes this week. Yes, that's why this list came up, because of Netflix.
Haunt would have made my list for sure.
No, like I said, if we're doing like Eli Roth Presents, then there's some good ones. Like
History of Horror.
What was your second one?
Had a role in 2001 Maniacs. Do what?
What was your second one?
Clown. Yeah, his name attached to some pretty good fucking movies. I will give him credit for that.
Here we go. Christopher says, I bought into Green Inferno on the first watch, but second watch started to see how fake it is. Cannibal Holocaust was gritty and still feels real.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't argue with that, honestly.
The fucking grit.
That's a good way to put it too.
That is like sand up the asshole grit. That is nasty, man.
Tarek says, yep, the Achilles heel scene sent my balls into my ribs, and that was not okay.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Patricia says, Knock Knock was a good home invasion movie. Do you guys have a favorite? Hers is Funny Games. I think that home invasions are terrifying. Man, what was the one I watched just recently that wasn't too bad? I mean, The Strangers did it well. I think The Strangers is a little...
I liked how they redid
overhyped.
He Knows You're Alone a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Turned it more into a more traditional home stalking movie.
No, off the top of my head, I can't give you a good answer, so I'll give you a stupid one. Home Alone.
There you go.
Halloween.
All right. I'll stick with The Strangers, I guess. But
I like Zach's answer. I'm gonna change it to Halloween because it technically is kind of a home invasion film. Most of it takes place in one house, so it counts.
yeah.
That's stalking.
Let's see here. Yep, I was going to bring this up to Grizzly. He says, "Love how everyone mentions the Achilles heel cut, but not the upside down kill in Hostel 2. She worked up to like 20 minutes hang time to make the scene." Yeah, I can't believe Heather. I'll probably fuck up her last name. Heather Matarazzo. Impressive scene.
Yeah, but dude, listen, there's only one hanging upside down scene anymore, though, and that's fucking Terrifier.
No, this one's good, dude.
It's good,
just,
but I don't know, man.
It's
Colonel,
too much.
help me out here, man. What do you think?
It's too much.
I'd have to compare the two again. Again, the scene in Terrifier is very shocking. I'll back you up for now. I don't know why I shouldn't.
I felt more shocked at that one for some reason than the Hostel 2 one.
I didn't, because you got some woman down there just soaking in the blood as it's pouring down. That's dark, man. That's too much. So
just fuck motherfuckers got a bitch strapped to a chair making her watch.
Yeah.
Bitch get
because she was probably next.
A rusty ass handsaw, man. Like,
and he's
she was
looking
probably
back
next.
going.
I mean, I fucking
sounds,
really it's fucking right here. You can't see it because it's off
No.
camera. But
Oh, hold on.
no, you still can't see. Oh, you can't see it now. Bam.
Hold on. Well, nope, because I got to get rid of that
Don't pick
overlay.
Don't pick his nose. Look at that. Ooh, Mickey made it.
There we go. You got it now?
Boom. Get the best selfie in a horror film ever.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, that was good.
Good Lord. Well, there we go, folks. Yeah, that's all we got.
Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we could talk about some of his other stuff that had got brought up. I actually just watched Clown not too long ago. That's decent. For one of his presents or producing. But I like how he took the present, Eli Roth presents thing from how he got picked up by Quentin Tarantino. Because was it Hostel and at least Hostel Part 1 and 2 were Quentin Tarantino presents films.
Yeah.
And now he's doing them. I think that's kind of funny.
Giving it back. I like him too as an actor, though. I mean, Inglourious Bastards. What a great character. I would like to see him as a killer type, in some kind of slasher.
Him bashing a fucking Nazi's head in with a baseball bat wasn't. He
That's
was
not
a killer
enough.
already, man.
That's what I'm saying. I would see him in an actual proper horror film where he's the fucking antagonist. Shit. So.
Ted Williams knocks it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love that fucking line.
Oh, and they put the clink. He hits him too, man. It's like, ooh.
And he was a producer on Haunt too, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So that one's pretty solid as well.
What's he got coming out? Borderlands or?
Yeah. He's doing something like that.
Like a video game adaptation, I think.
Yeah.
Don't know much about it.
Well, we talked briefly about it, but yeah, I think we all love his TV show that he does for AMC and Shudder, Eli Roth's History of Horror.
It's becoming a traditional part of Halloween for me, but I mean, I don't know how I keep saying it every year. What are they going to do now? What are they going to do this year? What could they possibly do now? And they keep coming back with more shit.
They've covered a ton.
Yeah.
Covered practically everything. Now, have you guys listened to the audio version?
No.
Fan-fucking-tastic, dude. Do you think that show goes in depth? The audio version goes way fucking deeper.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great fucking listen. I think it's on, if you download the Shudder app on your phone, I think you can listen to it.
Oh, is it just on there?
I think so. But I could be wrong.
That sucks.
Fuck it. I'm watering in the greenhouse like 5-6 hours a day. I can definitely listen to some of that shit.
Hmm.
It's pretty good, man. Especially when he has like Greg Nicotero on there and Quentin Tarantino and just Rob Zombie. I know you guys are shut, but it doesn't matter. Rob Zombie's still a fucking horror nerd. And I can listen to horror nerds fuck horror all day. Fuck how I do it with you guys for
I
2
would
hours a
take
week.
him down. We get Rob Zombie. I would definitely take that one on.
Let me see here. What was this?
What was it?
There we go. All right. Tarek says Terrifier owned the upside down kill scene, but Hostel 2 is a fair second place. Bill says
All right with that.
Terrifier for sure. Tarek also says, but the hacksawing was nice and comfy.
Yeah.
No, I think Terrifier is overhyped, big time.
He does. He's you know what I mean. I don't know. Like I said,
Not a fan of it.
I just
the kills are good. The effects are, yeah.
this is a character
Go fuck yourself, Frank.
we needed.
You can see the fakeness of the effects. That's what I'm saying.
Well, of course, but I mean, you can
I
see
mean,
the fakeness of the
clearly.
effects in a lot of fucking horror movies.
Clearly, you can see the fakeness of the effects in some of those. Now, I like Art the Clown. I think he's all right. But and there we go. Yeah. Thank you, BD. He said Bone Tomahawk did it first. So there you go.
Not as effectively as that.
It's the same fucking kill.
It's not. It's the same kill, but it's not. Does not show the same style. I don't know. There's just
Lord.
something, that whole thing with you're next, and that chick's freaking out. And then when the screaming stops, but the song, then you can just hear the meat ripping and shit, dude. Fuck off. That is way more effective than any of those other things you guys are bringing up.
I agree. God damn it.
God damn it.
James says, what's up, James? He says, I got to check out Hostel 2. It's on my next list for movies that I'll be putting in a randomizer.
Yeah, it's fun, dude. I mean,
I need to do that. Yeah, and Grizzly says, just the physicality of hanging upside down. That's so impressive to me. Yeah, after about, what is it, 2 minutes, your organs stop working the right way, something like that.
that's weird.
I've heard the girl from Terrifier talk about how they would hang her, they would shoot, and then she would like hold herself upright for like 10 minutes just to get the blood back in the right spot, and then they'd be like, "You ready to go?" And then drop her back down.
I think they'd have the fucking rig where she could just flip back up, I mean, like snap in place.
Yeah.
All right, I mean,
I'm sure Heather was the same way in Hostel 2, though.
Mm.
She'd be able to film for a few minutes at a time, and then.
all right, everyone has homework. Go and compare the two scenes: the hang upside down scene in Terrifier, and then Hostel 2, and then for the bonus credit, go
Bone
watch
Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk and see if theirs is better.
And for bonus credit, see how long you can hang upside down before you pass out.
Oh, dude, we did that bit in Cincinnati with that Art the Clown where I'm on my head, and I was stumbling for 10 minutes after doing that for 30 seconds just for a quick video clip.
It was hard to shoot.
Very hard to shoot, man. God, there's too many fucking people who do that.
Three fucking people there.
Yep. Tarek says Hostel 2 is kind of crap for me as far as plot, but the creativity of some of the kills was still really uncomfortable. Agreed.
I don't think you had anywhere to go with it though after the first one.
Well, I will say this about Hostel 2. I did like the fact that they delved into like the seedy side of it. They showed you the club a little bit more. I did like that because they could have done knockoff after knockoff after knockoff of those movies without going anywhere near that. Just keeping those figures in the shadowy background.
Different kinds of clubs. Yeah.
They could have done that, but no, they were just like, no, here's these 3 guys that go out and play golf together every now and then. And they booked a trip. They were bidding on it on their phone along with all these other people around the world. I did like the way they kind of dove into that. That was different, and not a lot of movies with that kind of similar beginning have ever delved into anything like that I can remember.
But it's scary how fucking like realistic that felt. The fucking mega wealthy being able to do this type of shit.
Well, I just think we're to that point where we don't trust the rich.
Fuck, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Why should we?
I was exactly that same kind of situation.
Why the hell should we?
It's real. Could have been hanging upside down.
Your house one time.
Yeah, could have been in Netherlands. Well, dude, the bars are really cool there. And we found a bar that had an American owner.
Oh,
and
nice.
He was just serving it up. He wasn't even charging us, dude. It was like part of the plan, But we were good enough to get a regular hotel room.
I know marijuana makes time seem to slow down, but dude, you still got to check your fucking watch. I'm just trying to kill time or some dead air. Here we go.
Face says the difference between two topics is shocking. I'm struggling to edit Lisa Frankenstein to under an hour, and you guys got through this top 5 in 55 minutes.
We're just trying to make your job easier for you, FaZe.
Yep.
Well, we have some extended business to chat about afterwards, so we may actually wrap this one up a little early tonight, guys, because we got some stuff going on. And
it's neat.
We got some things brewing, baby.
Yep.
And we always have a meeting after the show, which drives Colonel up the wall because
I got to get up when these assholes go to fucking bed, dude. Here, Colonel, you can sleep on 3 hours and go to fucking work. I'm like, come on, man. I got to wrap it up.
Now I got to get up and take the kid to school again till further notice.
Oh, here we go. The D comes in and says Friday the 13th Part 3 split down the middle kill is still awesome. Yes.
I agree.
Agreed.
Another upside down kill. All right, watch that one too. Add that one to the list. Top 5 cut in halves.
Is that next week?
Yep.
No. There we go. Yep. And Grizzly says the other part for me is most of the other upside down kills are quick. In Halloween H2, she's crying and begging before the kill. Yeah. No, these are extended. That Heather, the Hostel 2 scene is minimum 5 minutes, probably longer. If I remember correctly, but Jesus. Yeah.
These are horrible, horrible people.
Terrible.
Yeah, and Tarek, this is on our list somewhere. Top 5 creative kills would be a pretty fun list. There would be a lot of oh crap, hadn't thought of that one moments, which could be fun, honestly.
You've got to twist my fucking arm.
Right. Well, really 116? That's all we got to talk about here.
Like I said, unfortunately, we had the same movies to choose from.
That is true.
I'm not saying that this is a bad topic because, like I said, I like Eli Roth, and half of his work a lot. Just the other half, I don't have nothing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, and we may reapproach this list at some point, and maybe even throw in his presents and films he's produced, and just expand on this list a little bit somehow. So we at least have this one set in stone now, at least for now. But
I mean, it's the guy makes some more fucking movies. We'll readdress this thing.
Well, he made a few. I mean, I give him credit and realized it was 9. I was like, shit, really? I thought that was a little bit low. Then I'm like, well, that's a fairly decent amount, really. They don't hammer movies out like they used to, man. Like John Carpenter and shit and Wes Craven.
Well, and he's only been around since when did Cabin Fever come out? 06?
6, I think.
06
sure
or 08?
No, I'm thinking like 3, dude. Like 03, 04 maybe.
FaZe?
I'm on it.
You're on it.
Well, we're waiting.
Well, I would have said if you hadn't started that, you would have.
Judge Smales. You always got to have a Smales appearance once in a while.
Yeah, D says, you brothers work quick.
That's why we're single, man. We're efficient in everything we do.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
That was a
And
bad joke. I'm sorry.
Tarek says, guys can't even get the 90 minutes talking about Eli Roth movies, which is kind of a sick burn. Well, I'll say this. I'm shocked that I like as many of his movies as I do. You know, I didn't really think of him as, you know, one of my favorite directors, but I mean, for now, I mean, he's got 3 or 4 up there that are top quality out, you know.
There's definitely an Eli Roth style. And
Of course.
Yes.
I like it, you know, but it's funny. I can't put him on the top, you know what I mean? But he's definitely top of the second tier, you know, of directors right now for that kind of stuff. So, especially with Thanksgiving, dude, that shit was so fucking crafted so perfectly.
Yeah, but Cabin Fever was too.
Yeah, and that's even for a fucking rookie effort.
I think he's a good, solid horror director.
Yes.
He'll never be one of the greats. I don't think. I mean, he has time, but dude, we're already looking at 20 plus years.
I gotta see what Savage does next too. He's my rising star right now.
Who?
Savage, guy from Boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rob Savage? Okay.
Rob Savage.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I thought he was talking about Fred Savage. I was like, shit.
Fred Savage. The Wonder fucking years, goddamn it.
Thought he was talking about Savage Steve or whatever his name.
Oh, from the yeah, never mind. Don't even...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Get that back too.
Well, okay. That's a topic we can wrap up with, I think. In 25 years, will Eli Roth be as respected among the 20-year-olds now as John Carpenter is to us, or as Wes Craven is to us? Keep in mind, these kids have grown up with Eli Roth's movies the same way we grew up with John Carpenter movies.
The simple answer is yes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Because yeah, you know, that you just said it. This is their Carpenter, this is their Craven. You know, I mean, and if they're fans of movies, which I don't think that crowd's even as big as it used to be back when we were that age. So, but yes, I do think he'll be revered as a horror general, at least, you know. Go ahead, Colonel.
I'm going to say no. Well, it's true that this generation is growing up with Eli Roth and Eli Roth movies. This isn't even a shot at Eli Roth. None of his movies will ever come close to the classics of Carpenter, like Halloween, game changer, Craven, Nightmare on Elm Street, game changer. Those will forever be the pedestal of fucking horror. Kids, no matter what, they may start off with Thanksgiving, but they're going to go back and watch Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean,
you don't consider Hostel a game changer?
Not really. Torture porn came and went, dude. But slashers are fucking forever. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, so I said, Thanksgiving might help his case. But Hostel, like, let's be honest. Granted, this might be, Kiara might help us with this. Because I'm not 20-something anymore. That was a long fucking time ago. But
this is true.
Telling me.
I was like, that age when Hostel came out, yeah, we talked about it. I'm still not talking about it with people my age. Like, oh, man, you remember Hostel? That movie was fucking awesome. It just doesn't really get mentioned.
You know what gets mentioned? It's the dick cut is the one that comes up the most that I hear about with Hostel. It's always the dick cutting. Always.
See, I rarely hear about that one because most people don't watch 2. I hear the Achilles most of the time.
Well, the Achilles is the peach of them all, but I mean, that's when seems like it's always yeah, God, I couldn't watch that shit. I was all doubled over like this. It's like, I get it, but
Hold on here. Now, hold on. Let me think about this for a second, because think about it this way, though. You have Hostel franchise. It's died out now, but there were multiple films. You have Cabin Fever. Now, although he did not direct any more of those, he probably was attached to some kind of producer, or at the very least was credited as a characters based on blah, blah, blah. So there's 2 franchises. Again, that one's dead. Now he's got a third one with Thanksgiving, because we're getting the second movie of that. So,
oh boy,
it's 3 franchises from one director. That doesn't happen
with the franchises you're mentioning, though. I mean, Cabin Fever, let's be honest, outside of the first, they're not worth a fucking damn. I've watched them. Hostel, I was unaware there was more than fucking 2 of them.
Yeah, there's a third.
I was unaware there was a third.
I don't think he directed it, though.
Creep Show.
No, he didn't direct it. No,
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He's created at least 3 franchises now. So does that hurt or help your argument? Either way,
helps me
with what's going to cement him in the future.
I think those 3 make him a great director. Cabin Fever, Hostel, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they make him a good director. I just don't think he's one of the greats. Is he like all time? I don't think he'll ever be there. I mean, we have time to see. And like when he was coming out, we'll say him and Rob Zombie was coming up together. I fucking love Rob Zombie's movies. But are we all going to say, well, since he did so many movies, he's a great horror director? They're both very knowledgeable and great fucking horror nerds. They know their shit. I don't know if I'd ever put either one of them as great. They're good.
Well, let's look at what a few of the viewers said here.
Eli Roth or Robert Rodriguez.
Well, there you go. There's another one.
Well, but Robert has only done 2 horror films that you could really clump in.
What, Planet Terror and Dusk Till Dawn? These have other horror movies.
Death Proof.
Well, they split. They split.
Oh,
those,
they wrote. Didn't he write? And he
well,
directed.
one wrote.
Rodriguez directed Planet Terror. Tarantino directed Death Proof.
Right, but then they wrote the opposite ones or something like that, didn't they?
That I don't know, because Death Proof.
Or no, they wrote. They
Death
wrote
Proof
and directed
definitely
both
comes
of
off
them.
as a very Tarantino-esque film.
Right.
There is.
Well, and From Dusk Till Dawn had a franchise.
Yeah,
Not a good one.
Yeah.
But
And a
also
TV series.
And a TV series. Yep.
Dude, it was all shit though, really. I mean, TV series was okay for a season.
The first season was okay until that's it. Let's look at some comments here. D says, I can't stand Eli, but I did like Thanksgiving. I fucking hated Green Inferno. I'll never forgive him for that shit. The trailer was amazing, though. In response to, will Eli be this generation's Carpenter or whatever, however you want to phrase that, Whole Damn Enchilada Pod says not a chance.
And don't word it that way. I never said the next Carpenter, the next West. You said, will he be revered like that? Kind of. That's a little different.
I'm not saying the next Carpenter or the next Craven. I'm saying, but when you advance the age,
I say no to that.
Well, when you advance the age, to the time, like we're at 45 years for Halloween right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 40 something for. Or close to 40 for Nightmare on Elm Street. No, exactly 40, 84.
40.
It's not exactly 40 yet. It's 39. It'll be there in November. Only saying
November.
40 in December. God damn it. Don't remind me.
All right. Whatever. But, so in 20 years or so, when Cabin Fever is, 40 years old, are people going to be looking back at that franchise and going, yeah, are they going to talk about it as reveredly as we do Halloween, Nightmare, Friday?
I'm still going to stand by my answer and say no. I really, really am.
And Ziggy's going to stand by his and say yes, probably. Let's look at a couple more comments and
Yeah,
see.
you know, it's not like it's not going to be the stature of Halloween. It ain't going to be that grandiose, but I still think people will look back on Cabin Fever and Hostel and say, "Wow, those were pretty fucking groovy movies," you know, and broke molds in their own way.
Okay. Grizzly says, not sure he has the same name recognition.
No,
Good point. Well, not now, but if he's still making shit in 20 years.
I mean Carpenter hit the grand slam, bottom of the ninth in the World Series. You know what I'm saying with Halloween. So,
But Carpenter hasn't even made a film in like 15 years.
right.
So,
But
Yeah,
then
but look at all the great films he made in those.
he went on. He was on a run, dude.
yeah.
Writing and directing. But I mean, I'll say it.
He was on a coke run.
When he lost Deborah Hill,
That hurt.
the quality went down.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, it did. All right. Tarek says, no, in my opinion. If Eli Roth stopped making movies right now, his legacy would not hold, I don't think. Not like John. He's only just now hitting his stride. And I think he continued that thought.
He could fuck it up with Thanksgiving too if that sucks.
There we go. The next few movies could write Eli's legacy, but that's still in production right now. Grimmer says, I don't see him as one of the greats, but I like Cabin Fever and Hostel. Patricia says, I'm curious to see what Eli Roth is going to do next. As far as movies go, Thanksgiving was really good. I hope he goes up and not down.
So we'll see, because as far as I know, there goes that Borderlands and Thanksgiving too. So
Yep, those are the two that I know of right now. And Grimmer right here also, plus his knowledge of horror is no joke. That guy is
He's deep. Well,
he's a fucking encyclopedia, dude.
the show.
Well, which makes so much sense that him and Quentin Tarantino are friends, because Tarantino is a book of movies, just all styles, you know, so much. I listened to Quentin's episode with Mick Garris on that show, the Postmortem, one of the last shows they did, and his Jesus Christ, his deep knowledge of just about every fucking movie ever made is so ridiculous. Did you know he wrote like a novel about his characters from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that fleshed out like what happened to that character after the movie, like for decades after the movie, and wrote it all down, and then they did some kind of radio play where they played it off a little bit at a time, and you know, it was just anyway,
Brilliant.
Roth is the same way about horror and other genres as well, but especially horror. There we go. D says, Eli doesn't have much competition as far as big name current day horror directors. I think him and Rob Zombie could share the crown by default. Yep. There you go. James Wan. How about James Wan?
James Wan, but I brought it up earlier. Rob Savage, I think, is a rising star in this game.
Rob Savage might be a little too new. Wan,
yeah, but three fucking strong entries to start. He is Eli Roth 20 years ago right now.
I'm still standing by the fact I want to see what Jordan Peele does.
Bring it.
Get Out could have been his Carpenter-esque. Granted, like I said, what was it? Not us. Nope. I thought he took a step back with Nope, but
I agree.
Again, he only has 3 films. I'd like to see what Jordan Peele's done when he's up to 9. You know, they're not going to.
Yeah, with Eli's category or generation would be him, James Wan, Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Who else would be in there?
Those are only 3. Silent D to go. Those are 3 that come off the top of my head. The ones that hit their stride in the early 2000s.
Wait a minute.
Came out in the early 2000s.
What about Ari Aster? Fucking
that would be closer to.
Yeah.
I thought about Aster and Flanagan, but that would be closer to Rob Savage's time, because they've only been I mean,
Ugh.
Astor's been working since 17, 18. Flanagan's been working since probably around 13, 12. When did Oculus come out? That was 2013, I think.
Shit was good, man. Yeah.
No, not that. Yeah, 2013. So, yeah, I think they're separated by a decade, but I'll be having this conversation about Flanagan here in 10 years. Will Flanagan in 30 years be as revered as Wes Craven?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think that one might be close.
Oh, God damn it. Get his fucking dick out of your mouth.
He's done some amazing shit.
I can't think of any other directors offhand or writers that stick out.
Well, here's a good one. Like talking about Ari Aster, Flanagan, Peele. Don't you guys feel like that, like Roth and Zombie and Wan, their generation is kind of lost in this horror universe? Because everybody talks Craven, Carpenter, and then it's last. They're kind of forgotten about. Like, I guess you would say my generation of horror directors is kind of like second fiddle. No one really, like, come on. Thanksgiving wasn't as successful as it was, but people be talking about Eli Roth still like they are right now.
If
like,
Eli
he was good, but he has a new, Thanksgiving came out and people fucking love it.
But did Thanksgiving capitalize a little bit on Eli Roth's name? If his name was not attached to it, would it have been as popular? Would it have succeeded as much?
I think so, because it's a good fucking movie. Now, it would have been the same movie if he wasn't attached to it. Of course not.
Really?
What Eli Roth style to it?
What is the attendance been like for some of the horror movies that don't, that you've gone to see recently, like Night Swim in the theater and other films that?
Swim to fucking no, but look, you're comparing apples to fucking oranges here.
I'm aware, but we normally go see them the first week that they're out, in the theater, where no one knows what to expect, unless you've got somebody like Eli Roth's name attached to it. I think that movie would have made half what it made.
It's rarefied air too, because when people talk about those grindhouse movies, they talk about those trailers first.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving is always the one, and obviously SS Werewolf.
Werewolf Women SS. Come on, Rob. I want to see that fucking movie now.
Well, I think now that Thanksgiving is come and gone and it made all that dough, it's more likely than ever to get made.
No, but, I don't think so. Have you seen Cherry lately?
My point is,
oh God,
that's where this kind of stemmed from. People know about that. They saw those trailers. Even if they didn't see the movies, you could go see those trailers on YouTube.
Sure.
So I think that it was kind of there was a built-in following for Thanksgiving for these last 12 years or however long it's been.
Okay. Would a holiday slasher that's not an Eli Roth movie, would that succeed right now?
No, because what was that last one? Founders Day or whatever. Oh, Happy President's Day, by the way, folks. But fucking Founders Day came out last month. We didn't cover that shit.
Where was it though? I wasn't at theaters.
It was in the theaters because I remember seeing it, and I was like, "Man,
it wasn't in my theater."
I did not see it on my list.
It was not in my theater.
Never hit my theaters, and I get everything.
This is the conversation that we have to have to fill time, So there you go.
All right. The founder or Founders Day. Yeah. Well, that's a fucking. You might as well pick the fucking Easter Bunny and go with that shit, over the founder.
Well, there is an bloody Easter coming out here in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So straight to video though, or on demand. What year is it? What year is it? It's in 1996. It's coming straight to video. You pick it up at your local Blockbuster.
That sounds fucking awful. I mean,
those are good days though, man.
Dude, I would rather watch the killer rabbit from Holy Grail in a fucking horror movie over that. That sounds really bad.
Christopher says the question should be, will any 21st century horror creator have the same status as the greats from the 70s and 80s?
I think movies in general, people don't go to the movies like they did back then. That is the problem. We don't have that anymore. So I don't think it can exist on that same level anymore.
Well, another thing that hurts, what's new? Like, really think about it. What in horror is new? There might be new aspects. We're pushing the limits, but it's all been done before.
Yeah, we had to get shit like Barbarian and Skinamarink and fucking
Barbarian was good.
The Barbarian's good.
Barbarian was cool.
Skinamarink sucked fucking balls. That's see, I think generationally they will be, because you talk to the young kids now, they watch Halloween, they're not impressed.
No.
They watch Friday the 13th, they're not impressed. Some of them even watch Nightmare on Elm Street, they're not impressed.
Well, some of them watch The Exorcist, not impressed. One of them's like literally right above my head right now.
Boom.
I'm thoroughly convinced that a lot of this is where you're at in your life when you see these things, when you're exposed to this, the level of fear it caused in you based on where you were at that time in your life. That's what all of this is about. And since we don't have the droves of crowds to go see movies like this, and due to YouTube desensitizing everybody down to where you've seen fucking murder right in your face, these things are not as intense and scary as they were 40 years ago.
Well, and the thing that kind of hurts Flanagan in the future, whenever people are talking about that, is 90% of his stuff is done on TV. You know, it's Netflix.
It's Netflix and chill, yeah. Because it's so goddamn boring if you're watching it with some.
Colonel, shut the fuck up.
What else is there to do?
We'll be putting the moves on and the date and shit when when the Flanagan comes.
I gotta shuffle you around there. God damn it! No, but that am I wrong there? Won't that hurt some of Flanagan's status when you're talking about like Ari Aster and talking about, you know?
I think Flanagan.
I think anything is just going to help him.
He'll get to movies. He's going to get to be a director, just exclusively, probably making features and stuff.
Oh, he is a director,
but I mean more so. I think his best is yet to come. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
I don't know. Dr. Sleep was still.
Well, yeah.
Well, also it helps him with the Netflix series. Is people must rather binge watch it for whatever reason. Binge watch a fucking show nowadays than watch a movie. Oh, a movie can't keep my attention, but you can watch 6 episodes in like 6 hours straight of fucking a show.
Damn, dude, the House of Usher, I burned through that thing in 2 days, man.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that's going to help Flanagan's calls.
Yeah.
Just because it's exposed to more people and it's easier to get to digest, even though it's 10 hours long.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we need to adapt what going to the movies was and add all that in, factor all that in. The binging of the Netflix, the whole series at once, it all matters now. And to what it's going to be in 25 or 30 years, it all factors into that. So, I mean,
but even here we have generational break, because I saw Friday in the theater. You saw Halloween in the theater. Colonel did not.
That's not true. I've seen Halloween in theater, but it was in like 2017.
Not first release. Yeah.
I wasn't even born. No.
Yeah. So
I was fucking 9, dude. That shit was.
He's a video baby.
Yeah.
No offense. As much as some of the kids now are Netflix horror babies.
It's a good point because they're still watching the material. So, yeah, I guess time will tell. You know.
See, and you guys were getting all fluffled out of place there that we were going to be wrapping up in like an hour and 15 minutes. You see what we did here?
I wasn't. I was like, shit, we get this meeting over with. I might be able to get to bed at a decent time.
Well, guess what, Colonel? Fuck you.
Yeah, you know how it is, Colonel.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Talking about a dead horse. That commercial came out like 10 years ago, dude.
That's still good. It's still a good bit.
I know.
Also, what yeah.
All right, let me run through some of these comments. Tarek, exactly, Ziggy. I'll even throw Ziggy some love. Carpenter hit that grand slam. I don't think Eli has hit that yet.
That's what I mean. It's subjective.
Cabin Fever was a big hit, wasn't it?
It was, but it wasn't Halloween hit.
Well, no, it wasn't Halloween, but probably
impact wise either. No. If he makes,
I don't know, because people still talk about Cabin Fever a lot.
He's gonna have to make something like Thanksgiving. What it made $180 million or something.
80 something, yeah.
So
I mean, I think Thanksgiving is clearly his biggest hit so far, but
for sure.
Um,
Different times. I don't know. It's hard, man.
Damon says he's positioned to be in the conversation.
Okay.
Which I'll agree with. I mean, I'm still stand by my no answer, but
Right.
yeah.
Tarek says, Colonel, yes, Jordan Peele isn't hitting nonstop home runs or anything, but wow, did he ever lay the concrete for a legacy? And and his legacy meant opening the door for others because there weren't a whole lot of black creators out there. And now that's all people want.
Well,
seems like.
I just want good horror movies, man.
Exactly. Same. Damon says Ari Aster. Says Ari is probably closer to Peele.
Yeah.
Okay, and there we go. Tarek says, fair point. I think legacy horror directors on the Carpenter level are where they are because they were literally the first. No one's ever going to touch that ever. Well, who was before Carpenter? Craven? Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, yeah.
Hitchcock.
And he's still revered as like.
And if you want to, hey man, Mario Bava and Lamberto,
Murnau, whatever. Who? What was the name of the guy that did Nosferatu? Murnau, something like that.
I mean, there is a pecking order you can follow from 1921, and kind of see what happened and where it came from. So, but I would say Hitchcock was the turn to what I like to call that sweet spot, that slasher era.
Well, let's just say modern horror.
Modern horror
starts with Hitchcock.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great statement.
I found something. I can't remember what.
Maze Bracket.
I found something where I saw something the other day that was talking about the shower scene, and it's just a documentary about the shower scene and like how many shots they took, how many cuts were in that scene from Psycho. And I almost watched it, but that was I didn't that night. But fuck, it was on one of the streamers. But I am going to go back and check that out at some point. BK had a good comment here. He says, in my opinion, Rob Zombie was Blumhouse 10 plus years ago. Remake ripoffs.
I still say I liked the first 45 minutes of his Halloween. I just didn't like the rushing.
Hold on. Colonel, do you have something to say?
Remake ripoffs? He literally only did one fucking remake. Really? I mean, granted, you can say House of the Thousand Corpses was a Texas Chainsaw remake or ripoff, but only did one remake. If you want the two, if you count H2, but it's his sequel to his remake. I don't count that as a remake.
I only wanted to throw that comment up. Thank you, by the way, BK, because I wanted to see Colonel get all bent out of shape for like 2 seconds.
God damn, he's not as bad as everybody says he is. Jesus Christ.
Basically, BK, what Colonel is saying.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
I wouldn't say that, but he was an asshole this instance, yes.
Asshole.
Normally not an asshole, but right now, yes, he's being an asshole.
Oh, and there's another point. The classic directors may not be impressed, but they're still being watched. If by the young kids.
I'm saying because they're fucking legendary. Everybody's gonna have to fucking watch Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, fucking The Shining, like The Exorcist.
I wonder how many of those kids are fronting though. You know what I mean? Just saying it wasn't scary, but then they got to walk home, a couple blocks, and you're like, "Fuck, god damn it, it's scary." So that's what that shit does to you. Gets into under your skin, man. I don't know. These kids all say they're tough, and then one Halloween mask under a pillow under the bed. 4 hours of screaming.
There we go, BK. Thank you. That's the only reason I said it. All right. Now I think we can officially wrap this up.
Yeah, not 13 minutes to go. Colonel's like, you fucking cocks.
No. Bullshit.
That was a good chat, though.
It was a good chat. It was
a good conversation, man.
Shit, that's a producer cut. I don't want to take away his things, but just that whole conversation that's one producer cut you can take out of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yep. All right.
Making his job easy.
All right. Yep. Let's wrap this up, guys. We are going to take a few minutes off early tonight, but yeah, because we got shit to talk about. I've been writing a contract all fucking day, and it's almost done, but that's a different story. Thanks one more time, though, to our members, our final girls and guys, Chris, Lorena, BD Mags, Tyrone, our crazy Ralphs, Rick and Raymond, and our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and JJ. Thank you, guys. And, of course, to become a member, you can check out our website at deathcursesociety.com. And also thanks to our associate producer, FaZe, the C FaZe. How was that? Was that good bonus conversation?
That was good, yeah. I might be able to make that the 2 videos.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo. There we go. Yeah, we could probably get our top 5 in like 20 minutes and then
Something like that, yeah, like
that
30.
conversation into about 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Good old twofer.
I didn't ask you earlier, but what is your favorite Eli Roth movie? That's great. All right. I think he gave me that one though, because he took a deep breath on that one. So I think he's
saw that one fucking coming.
He's part of the team. He knows how this works. He's part of the team. All right.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks again for watching. This was fun. I'm glad we started talking about the generations and everything. So that's cool.
Probably have to get into that later.
Episode all to itself. Like, here's an open-ended conversation. Just damn, it's still good, but
it was a good conversation, man.
I have to revisit that possibly and just.
Tarek always notices this at the end of the show. That Aaron take was a comedic setup, and it was fucking beautiful. And BK says, "Thanks again for the hoodie, boys. Hell yeah, man! Glad you got it. That is for what will hopefully be multiple birthday dinners when I'm visiting Detroit in late July. So hopefully. We'll see. But, yeah. Anything else to add, guys? Ziggy, send them out.
Wow, guys. Yeah. Just a great time. The year's underway. It's been a rocky start on the personal level, but things are leveling the fuck off finally, and looking forward to getting back to the regular swing of things. So fuck yeah. Come along for the ride, man. 2024 is going to be fucking fun, and I can't wait. Chicago's coming. But we should mention, too, we're not going, but Days of the Dead does hit Las Vegas beginning of March. And they're getting some pretty cool guests out there, man. So
that one is going to be a good show. I'm kind of sorry we're missing that one, but
you know what? I think in the future that's just going to be one we're just going to go to and just on our own pocket just to hang out and shit. Because the fuck, a horror con in Vegas? Why the fuck not? But yeah, man, lots of great stuff coming, and we're going to be here for you. And thanks for hanging out with us and interacting, making funny cracks. We love it all, and we love you too. Even the Colonel loves you.
No,
Colonel?
I do not love you. Actually, no, I do. I just don't like these two assholes. FaZe is cool, but fuck these guys. No, but speaking of going to Vegas on our own dime, I'll tell you what, that was awesome.
Double, man.
I'm going to fucking, I'll tell you right now, Ziggy.
This is going to be FaZe. Wait. This is going to be FaZe in Chicago when we see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, if we ever get to Vegas on our own dime, I'll tell you what, just for you, Ziggy, as soon as we go off air, I want to take a fucking nickel. I'm going to plant it in my front yard and grow this money tree. So I can get to fucking Vegas.
I might go to Vegas. I haven't decided against it completely yet.
Yeah, but you're like 18 hours closer than I am. I'm 12 hours.
It's a little tough to do it.
But anyway, there's flights to Vegas all the time. I'm sure there's cheap flights to Vegas.
Dude, they're like $99.
If you're going on a plane to go visit Vegas, god damn it, You don't want to be sick. So make sure you're washing your dicks. And ladies, that's a tight area. Don't smell like a scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve. Nobody's trying to smell a fish market 25,000 feet in the air.
What do you mean? The plane is a tight space, or
Yeah, the plane is. Like, hey, we were just on one a fucking month ago, man. Fuck. I really fit in those fuckers, man. I'm not made for economy. Well, my body isn't, but my wallet is.
was tight? Very tight.
God.
Smelled too.
Okay.
I'm not Kevin Smith. I can fit
Okay.
in plenty of fucking room. It's my leg.
It was me though that smelled. It wasn't the plane.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know. I'm just saying I can't open a fucking window unless it's a Boeing 737.
You might be able to open the window there.
That's right. Just poof. I don't feel shit.
All right. Guys, next week, we will have writer-director Thomas Walton on to talk about Camp Pleasant Lake, which is coming out next Tuesday. Going to have him on. Hopefully some of the cast and crew from the movie as well. Not quite sure who all we've got coming, but looking forward to that and talking about that. If you don't know what Camp Pleasant Lake is, go and look it up. Check it out. Find a trailer. I'll be posting the trailer here in the next couple of days. So, but yeah, looking forward to chatting with him about his most recent film. He also recently did what's it called? They made Killers of Us All or something like that. With Scout Taylor Compton. So
yeah, this
check it
guy,
out.
he's a player, man. He's a rising in the game. So he made a slasher. Let's fucking check it out.
That's right.
See what he's got.
And yeah, we will see you guys all next week. So for the Colonel and for Zigzag and for Faye.
I do this for Silent D because I know fucking. I'm pretty sure fucking FaZe didn't do it. If he did, it's by accident. Wu-Tang. So
No, I think he was doing this.
yes.
Like, oh, thanks, man. Oh, not Wu-Tang.
I still lost my shit. And fucking Keeping It Real goes bad and Dave Chappelle, and he's like, Wu-Tang. So I love Wu-Tang. And I don't know if you guys know this, but they had a pretty cool fucking fighting game on the PS1 that no one ever talks about.
Oh yeah, if you can find
ODB was a drunken master ninja style. It was fucking great.
Is it on that retro pie that I got? I don't know.
I don't know. If
Might
it is,
be.
let me know.
You could.
I might have to buy one just for that.
it might be.
It might. I think it is.
Yeah.
All right, gang. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you on Monday.
Great.
Oh shit!
Wu-Tang!
Just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run late. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Ah!